Okay, we have the latest update on this little SafeMoon clue that's been shared by a SafeMoon moderator from the Discord channel. It's been counting down each day. I've talked about this in previous videos, and as we get more and more of these blanks filled in, it's going to clarify more what it's about. So we've been evolving what these theories are as time goes on, and with this newest post, he does also have some wording tied in with this, and I've dug in. I've found a couple little bit of interesting things through my research. Maybe it'll help you guys and make it go to the next step, so you can kind of take off from what notes I've found and be able to move on. Before I get into that, just a little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. Venno had tweeted out saying, when it begins, the SafeMoon community will unite and become a beacon in the crypto space. SafeMoon, SafeMoon Army. And what did he add? Well, a little bit more. He put an A. He also added an M. And that's it. So, not a lot more to work off of from this one. There are some things that we can take away from this, though. So, if we go back and we look at each of the images up here in the top right for his profile, you should notice that the background is becoming a bit more green. And that does tie in with what he had said previously, which was that what is blue now may be green later. So you can see that it is becoming more green. A lot of people have been theorizing that this could be related to KuCoin, potentially over to Mandala. There's also theories that this could be related to the liquidity pool being moved over to version 2. This is one of the most recent theories. I talked about this as well. And some people were theorizing, oh, it could be Ethereum moving to version 2. Nope. One of the SafeMoon moderators, someone else, said that is not it, right? And just to show you the side-by-sides a little bit more clearly, as was shared by Ahmed, I think, or maybe say Ahmed. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it quite correctly. I'm trying to. And yeah, you can just see that it is becoming a bit more green over time. What's the value in that? That's a great question. Really good question. I don't know. Some other things. I did a reverse image search, and I was able to find the original image that they used, which is a stock image through Getty Images. This image right here on the left-hand side. So you can see it's quite prominently blue. And then I decided to take it a step further. So check this out, guys. If you start with this image and you go to where we are right now, there are some subtle variations. For one, you'll notice that the colors are a little bit more crisp. That's because the original image I took was of the preview image, which was slightly blurry. When I actually click on it, then it has that little watermark over it, and I couldn't use it. So that's a subtle detail. Some more significant details is actually when we take a look at the samples that they had used. So let's go from 7 down to the 3. You're going to notice, as I zoom in here, that there is some faint showing of the letters. That means that there was an eraser tool. Whoever had used this had either set a separate layer and they went to go wipe this stuff out and then they're just kind of slowly revealing it, or they used an eraser tool and they're using previous images for that. And just to show you, that's the original image and there's the new one. There's a lot of this prominent white, which when you put in the word for SafeMoon, you can see that it matches up quite well, right? You can even see the faint placement for some of these other ones. What's interesting is that when you take a look at the F right here from the 7-day count, all of a sudden over here to the 3, that doesn't really show as much, and that pulls away from the idea that that F could have been there. So I think that these lower base sections that you see, like for example over here, the one that I just showed you there, the one over here as well, also over here on the far left-hand side. I think those are kind of an after effect of using that bottom placement of that line. But I decided to then take it a step further. Upon doing some deep diving online, I was able to find out what font that they used. It's called Ethnocentric. It is this font style right here, Ethnocentric. and I went ahead and placed it on in there. So as you guys can see, this is the same font. Now, what is going on here is that the spacing for this is slightly different, or the sizing is just slightly different. But if you take a look, you can see that the E style is the same. The E is just not widened enough. I did try to stretch it a little bit and didn't quite get it. The F, it has these very distinctive slants that are coming in. That A is also very distinct in the way that the bottom formation is. So when the SafeMoon, well, other elements too is the curvature that comes in with the M and the N, and with the bottom part of the V, the definition of the O. So you do have these curvatures on certain letters, and then these sharp sort of indentations that comes in with some of the other letters. So went ahead and figured out what that was. Another element is that I was looking at to see the discrepancies between the original image, that's the stock image, and then also with that of these other placements here. So as you can see, there's some subtle variations going on. I'd say more so this piece right here. You can tell that that M with the white line lettering, I should have actually driven this right here, where you can start to see that, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That was on a separate layer. I mean, I'm just doing this for demo purposes with you guys anyways, but I could do this real quick. Okay, there you go. So you can see the V as formation, and then also right over here, this piece is a little bit more distinct. You can start to see some of the white coming in. The bottom section, I think this whole area right here is not as strong of evidence. Same thing with this one over here and with this one right here, because of what I just mentioned earlier, with I think it being an after effect of drawing out those bottom lines. However, this corner I think is very distinctive, and if you had the word to, move to, that T does have that little indentation mark, so I think that one is more likely for sure. And then this is, once we go right here, we can go ahead and show you guys the lettering there. So the 2 obviously fits in quite well. The question is, what is this set of 3 over here? NFT, decentralized exchange, centralized exchange? Is it liquidity pools, LPS? Is it some other abbreviation that we haven't quite mentioned yet? From what I heard briefly in the Mooncast, it sounded like nobody had actually fully guessed one of the placement of the words. So that person very well could have not watched our video. He could have not seen from somewhere else, and he's only looking at the Twitter replies. That could be a case, but I don't know. I think it's very likely that the first word is SafeMoon, and then we have on the bottom there, move blank, and then, you know, to the 2. So I think that that might be move to, it could be 32, could be moved to V2 to layer 2. I talked about L2 as in layer 2. And so I don't have some clear information. They didn't exactly give us a lot to work off of with this latest clue. So that's what I was able to piece together as new things on this. Let me know what you guys think, if that's helpful. If you like the research that I did on this, let us know in the comments down below. And I did what I could. I gave it the best shot that I could, guys. What is blue now? Maybe green later. Friendly reminder that all official project announcements, including exchanges, will always come first from SafeMoon core team. That said, a sea of green is rising. SafeMoon Army can take one action together. As one connected community, we can be a force of inspiration and motivation for what the future may hold in 4 days. And then we go back over here. When it begins, the SafeMoon community will unite and become a beacon in the crypto space. There's a picture of a telescope. John, the CEO of SafeMoon, had posted a picture. Let me actually go over to him. So John had posted a picture of him 4 hours ago in Times Square. I personally think that he might be there and it's tied into this somehow. And I think that because of that whole telescope element that's been shown here, this was part of the promotion for when they had launched the billboards in Times Square. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I got referral links in the description. If you want to get free crypto, free stock, you can check those out. I'm also selling an NFT. There's a link in the description there. I'm giving away 3 other NFTs when this one sells. And a shout out thank you to our Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to Xavier Zamora, to Victor, Choice Mothers, and 1010 Buns for being higher level patrons. If you'd like to join that for as little as $1 a month, there is a link in the description. You can also become a YouTube member by clicking on the join button. There is the join button down below, as well as merchandise links down below. And that's it. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up like button. It definitely helps out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so you know whenever we go live. Hope you have a great day or night. Stay awesome. God bless. And I will see you in the next episode.